Nobody's here, but I guess I should start speaking anyway. Hi! Those people watching later. The 2 people that watch later, but you know, whatever. Hi! We are completing the Ixo quest today, hopefully. I think we are. I think this will be the end of it. If not, we'll complete another step of it. First, we gotta finish these quest ups. That's what I was doing, but Twitch or OBS or something decided, no, you don't really want to be streaming, right? They're like, okay, because I thought I've been streaming for the past 45 minutes and have not been. So, yay! This time I made sure. I mean, there's still nobody here, so maybe the stuff isn't coming out. Oh, hi, Sky. But I do need to isolator component. Yeah, so that was weird. It's whatever. Stuff like that happens. I should have noticed sooner. So, want to blame somebody, but at the end of the day, it's kind of on me. Got wrapped up in the quest, wasn't paying attention. A lot of fails. I'm more awake now, so let's fail. Hopefully. Hopefully let's fail. I believe that's it. Yes. Okay. Now, if I did the math right, which I don't think I did because I don't know, I think I subtracted one too many times. We should be good to go, but we may be one quest short. We'll see. Hi, Maze. I'm alright. The, my, friends wanted me to try the Ghost Recon beta that came out. I keep forgetting the name. Of this Ghost Recon game. Like, I just can't remember for whatever reason. The demo came out, so to try it. So I did that for a few hours last night. It's alright. It feels just like the Ghost Recon Wildlands game to me. It feels just like it. So, meh, for me personally. It comes out next week. The plan for today is to complete the Ixal questline. That's the plan. And then go from there. did do the math right. Nice. Pick up the right screen. Alright, here we go. Spread your wings and soar. Cecil has one last task he would have you perform. Oh, and Disciple of War Magic. What about that? Day to be remembered this is, at last, at long last. Complete Dezu Quelan, we will. Rejoice, cry, sow yourself in excitement. Don't do that. Matter of attaching and calibrating final components it is, then up, up, up into the sky before Natalan fanatics arrive. Or they arrive, and I deal with them. Task for Syndrome Zezu has, final task to craft a finishing component. Take these materials to Fallguard Float, Syndrome must. Expect Syndrome's finest work. Okay. Spread your wings and soar. Finishing component. Crafting your final airship component. Recognize the materials, but I would not dream of attempting the synthesis myself. Certain that you will have no trouble, of course. Let's hope so. We'll find out. Finishing component. Ooh, this will not be easy. That'll help. One more. Cool. Done. It is almost October. It is sad. We are week 5 into the college football season. Yeah, NCAA football season. American football. And wow, time has just flown by. I'm sad that we are already that much into the season. But that's neither here nor there. Where's my fall? Fall doesn't exist anymore. I sadly believe this because I really do like fall. Like the weather of fall and the changing of the leaves and stuff, but it just doesn't exist anymore. You have like 5 months of summer. You have 2 weeks of fall that just comes and then immediately goes. You have like 5 months of winter. And then you have like a month and a half of spring where there's just a bunch of rain. Maybe, or it's just, you know, it's okay. I also prefer colder weather, so it is garbage that it is still hot. The finishing component. Have done it. Exactly what we need. This is final piece of Dezu Quelan. Chief! Chief Totolok, terrible news there is. News? What news? Heard from our little bird in Nataland we have. War balloon pilots have begun priming airstones, Tozu says. Priming airstones? That sounds ominous. That does sound ominous. Yes, seek to harness blessings of Garuda they do. Stones provide propulsion for balloons. Signal preparations for coming sortie this does. Set details of assault Tuzo has. Fly here to Edgel and destroy Dezo Qualan. Balloon Squadron will. Thick-skulled zealots. Obey goddess or face annihilation, they say. Shrivel and dead their souls are. That's true. Ethical 9 is a gathering of crafters, not warriors, and this camp is defenseless against attacks from the air. We're doomed, aren't we? Nope. I'm here. Give me 2 seconds. Speak truth, little no feathers does. Everything we have worked for. Go up in smoke it will. Cease your screeching, fledgling. Need to think. Cripple this attack somehow we must. Syndrome, not so final was final task. Ask one more boon of Syndrome, says it would. Dangerous mission for one true warrior among us. Stop war balloons from ever taking off, Syndrome must. But swiftly, now swiftly. Once they are airborne, soon float beyond our reach they will. Make haste for Natalan in snowy Carthus. Make contact with Tezu Toltan. Know how to sabotage he will. Syndrome handles fanatics. Rest of Ethical 9 continue with preparations for maiden flight. Huddle in nest and wait to die we will not. Correct. So I have to fight the whole way through. It'll be fun, probably. Camp Dragon. Hi, Radar. Yep, war balloons. We're gonna put a stop to them. Who else? You're guarding the gate. Next one to stop me dies. Neither of you? Okay. This one is reinforcements promised by Estrel. Shh! Keep voice down, you must. Wish to attract attention of these vicious air skulls, we do not. Thank your gods, Balloon Squadron has not yet left ground. Flotation bladders are filled and ready, but take much time. Preparation of airstones does. Charged by power of vortex array stones are. Once stones are fully primed, load them into balloons and take off air skulls will. Before that happens, disable vortex array we must. No power means no propulsion. Simple, yes? Tools for sabotage Tezol has. Corrupted crystal shards. Insert these into turrets of vortex array and disperse elemental wind currents they will. But begin with primary turrets you cannot. Disable secondary turrets first. Very important. Delicate and dangerous work disrupting flow of elemental power is. Look, Featherless One. See you this glowing device? One of 3 secondary vortex turrets it is. Try inserting shard, yes? Good, very good. Understand how this is done now. Featherless One does, yes? In Netland, 2 more of these you will find. Sabotage both remaining secondary devices, then seek out primary turret. Once main turret is down, cease feeding power to airstones vortex array will. Then hurry back to Ethical and witness trial flight we can. Alright. That's the plan. This is a cool way to end the Exo quest line. That's cool. You're a fate. I really don't want to be dealing with right now. Cool. Thanks for the astrology lesson. Astrology, maybe. This is not the way I need to go. Alright, whatever. I'm not a science person. That's my wife you want to talk to. I mean, I believe... I like science, I'm not good at science. That's my wife. I'm supposed to be the speaker. Could you tell? I hate getting around this camp just because the doors and there's a lot of paths blocked. Alright, here's one. Go this way, aren't we? I'm just gonna pull the whole campus one. Okay, now we just have the main one. You're gonna follow me in here, aren't you? Okay, fine. Cool. Now report back. Or I could just jump here. Maybe I can. No, the game's not gonna let me. Sad. Heck, it may have been faster to warp back to the town and than go through here. Because of this. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Because my sense of direction is nil. There we go. Yeah, that's the trope, but I don't believe in it. Those guards were all 2 days from retirement because they always are. No, they're just enemies. They never retire. Rob balloons of propulsions Featherless One has, but since something amiss Tozel does. Report to Chief Totolok, Tozel will. Remain in Natalan. Keep an eye on Air Skulls, Featherless One. No better option there is. From top of observatorium, observe both lands of Korthus and Blackshout at the same time Featherless One can. Send small Featherless One to join you, Tozel will. Welcoming of sneaky Ixal at tower, they are not. Speak with top to our room at the observatory. Okay. No, sucks to be them. They shouldn't have been NPCs. Oh, so yeah, sometimes 1 day from retirement. Now, see, being an enemy is a favorite job among NPCs. If a person walks by, they can move. Oh, glorious it is to be an enemy. A very dangerous profession that is, though. This is not the top, to be honest. Oh no, is it blocked up there? Congrats, I released your first video today. Where you been, Syndrome? Have you not heard? What? There was another of those vortex turret devices hidden in a ravine in Natalan. To it seemed the Ixal air skulls were craftier than Tozel gave them credit for. Let's continue the roof and see what we can see. Okay. There was only the one war balloon that managed to prime its airstone, but I'm afraid it's all that the Zealots will need. Without ballistas or even archers, the XL9 can do naught to prevent the fanatic Ken from dropping explosive munitions right into the camp. Over there! It's heading south, towards the 12's Wood. Blast it! Bother it all! I feel so helpless. Why must fate be so cruel? Bring balloon directly over unbelievers' dung heap. Smash it, burn their little toy, we will. Chieftain, alone up here we are not. What's happening? Hmm? Good gods! It's the Blackjack! I know my father's ship anywhere! Nice. The Blackjack. Cool. Father, what madness are you planning? That boy's whims will be the death of me. Oh man! Just rammed it. He did it! What did I tell you? Sturdy Skyways construction. That Beastman blimp never stood a chance. Please, Chairman, you endanger yourself and the company's future both. I believe I shall be sick. Oh, pipe down, will you? I haven't felt this alive in years. Besides, Highwind Skyways has more than a competent successor. Let's arrange a meeting for him now, shall we? What of your appointments? The syndicate awaits our arrival in Olda. You have the engagement with Master Gigaroju and Costa del Sol. Cancel them. All of them. But sir! Huh? He's using the signal lamp. Meet at Ixali Camp. Do not be late. Ha! He could have just used a link pearl, but Father would insist on doing things the hard way. Come on, Central. Let us be off. That's cool. Yeah, Tag, you're it. That son of mine will be the death of me. Slams right into it. That was awesome. True, we're like, Tag, you're dead. Yeah, the receptionist just like had a heart attack. To featherless ones this day belongs. From Tuzul about mid-air remming, says Ulherd. Oh, there it is. Father. Colston had a few words with me. I thought myself too old for one of his lectures, but apparently I was wrong. Sometimes even grown-ups need a lecture. I know that one too well. I've heard that the Ixal are a people who lost their wings. A people whose greatest wish is to once more freely fly amongst the clouds. And that the invention of their balloons was a step towards reclaiming that which they once had. But perhaps we were the ones who truly lost the freedom of flight. Tatoramu, when I look upon your face now, I'm reminded of words I've not thought of in years. Spread your wings and soar. That was the slogan coined by our company's founder, by your grandfather. I like that. Spread your wings and soar. Stop. Split Cecil aside, you will. Hmm? Have I said something amusing? Spread your wings and soar, you must. Dezuquelon's favorite saying it was. Well, because they work together. If you're playing at a class you get at 50, like Samurai, if you level sync below that, what would happen? I lose some skills, just like every other class that sinks below level 50. When you do like a, you do one of the, like fates or a lower level dungeon. There are some, not all the skills are at level 50. There are lower level skills. So you just lose access to the higher level ones. Your mentor said that? Then it was not only your technology that Highwind Skyways borrowed, but your philosophy as well. Chief Totolok, I wish to apologize for the disrespect I have shown you. Without the contributions of the Ixal, my company would not be where it is today. My father, Tatonoa, owed his success to the knowledge he learned under the tutelage of the Dezuquelon. On behalf of Highwind Skyways, I extend my fullest gratitude to you and your people. Squawk. Enough. Make Sizzle squirm in front of the fledglings, Tatabaru will. Give thanks too, Sizzle would. Brought dream with within Ethical Nine's grasp. Chairman's son has. Ethical 9 within reach of Ayatelon. Totoromu, time to launch our bird into the sky, yes? Yes, sir. Commence trial flight preparations for the Dezuquelon. All crew members begin pre-flight inspections. Tis a beautiful vessel. My boy was hiding some truly revolutionary ideas in that obsessive head of his. Ah, like grandfather, like grandson. I believe you're owed a debt of gratitude as well, adventurer. 'Twas due in no small part to your actions that the dream of my son and his Ixal colleagues now stands to become reality. Desul is watching even now, Sezu thinks. Arrive on Paradise's doorstep soon enough we will. Spread our wings and soar we shall. Joking aside, they are revolutionary ideas because he's taking Ixal technology and the technology used in today's airships and doing like an even more hybrid to like take the best aspects of both. So it's a state of the art craft in that way. My dear Syndril, oh, the gratitude I would helplessly heap upon you. There are no words to express the joy I feel in this moment. But perhaps I'm being premature. Why, the ship has yet to even leave the ground. Must focus on the task at hand and be sure that every bolt is tightened and every knot secured. There is, in actual fact, one more request I would make of you. The absolutely final one, I promise. There's a figurehead I've been working on. I'd like you to take the rest of the materials and craft the finishing component. 'Tis only fitting that your craftsmanship binds the Desulquilon's figurehead together. Here are the items you'll need. Pray present them to Cecil and see that we have his blessings on the design. Okay. Huh? Mischance to empty bladder, Syndril has. Unless wish to miss the inaugural test flight, Syndril does. Figurehead components. Figurehead component materials? Familiar design this is. When did Tataramo learn to craft traditional flying charm? Feathers of figurehead serve to remind Ixal of ancestors. Ward balloon against capricious nature of sky they do. That's cool. Impressed with Tataramo's foresight, Cecil has. Have Cecil's blessing to complete figurehead, Syndril does. Crafting this component is simple matter, yes? Be sure to pour all of Syndril's skill into task. Finished part to return to Tataramo before final inspections are complete, Syndril must. See figurehead proudly attached for test flight, Cecil would. Alright. And we just make it here. Figurehead component, the last thing. Alright. Brought the last part, the figurehead, right here. Thank you, this'll do perfectly. Think I'm ready. Ready to entrust my life to the Desulquilon and aim for the highest skies. We are but done with the last round of inspections. 'Twould be safest if you were to withdraw several steps. Only the gods know how this'll unfold. Yeah, and this airship will be able to fly higher than any airship before. That is the goal. Ethical 9 arrived at long last. Moment of truth has. To Ayatalin we fly. Ignite cerulean propulsion engine. Cerulean grass primed and ready. Oh, it's one of the quest givers. Oh, cool. Okay, so we'll get all the quest givers. That's cool. Engine fuel pumping. Air pressure and temperature favorable. Engine output is steady. Instrument readings within expected parameters. Extend the wings. Open the throttle. Release moorings. Clear for takeoff. The Desulquilon is away. Just a screenshot of that. That would have been really cool. Fly, it does. There's been a lot of work to get here. We've done a lot of quests. To get here. A lot of dailies to get here. This is awesome. What the heck? Too low. Too low it flies. Something wrong there is. Tis the witch's shroud. God's damn it, why now? The sudden difference in ethereal density above the crown of trees can produce turbulent air currents. A rare phenomenon peculiar to the Black Shroud and the bane of even the most seasoned airship pilot. Keep her steady, Tataramu. Ride the wind. Don't fight against it. Extend wings to full trim. Release primary and tertiary ballast. The ship will turn. Come now, Dezoquilon. Is this all you have? Fly, damn you! We built you better than this! Fly! Fly! Fly, Tataramu! Fly! Spotted Dezoquilon from Natalan vantage point, Tezo has. Indicate altitude of 5,000 yoms, instruments do. Soar like bird it does. Soar like bird. Did it? Syndrome, the test flight was a complete success. It was a shaky start, but the Dezoquilon and I both returned unharmed. And we reached the target altitude of 5,000 yoms. That's higher than any Eorzean ship has ever flown. A new aeronautic record. Unofficial, though it may be. Despite its impressive performance, however, the Dezoquilon still cannot achieve that which Sezzle dreams, to climb above and beyond the clouds and arrive on the legendary shores of Ayatolan. But we'll continue to improve and tweak our prototype, and one day we will catch a glimpse of that floating paradise. There's no record that cannot be broken. By the by, Syndrome, there's something I've been meaning to ask you for the longest time. I know why I am here, but whatever brought you to the Ethical Ninth camp? That's a good question. I honestly do not remember how I got here in the first place. That was so very long ago now. That's a good question. Your original mission was to respond to an Ixal threat? Ixali threat? I do believe you've gone above and beyond and somewhere quite far to the left of the Call of Duty. That's a good way to put it. I dare say the Twin Adder officer who enlisted your services is by now rather alarmed by your prolonged absence. Perhaps you should report back to Gridania and put her mind at ease. Yeah, probably should do that. Okay, I do have to be a disciple of the hand job. The disciple of the hand. The job of the disciple. Oh, that's right. Well, I was definitely not captain when this happened. When this started. What rank was I? Does anybody remember? That was months ago now. Months! When did this start? That was a long time ago now. I definitely was not captain, I'm pretty sure. Maybe sergeant? Man, that was a long time ago. Yes, Captain Dragonsoul. What can I do for... Oh! The attack on Etat's Spire! We could take the quest after finding the Enterprise. Jeez, when was that? Captain mentioned that he'd sent you out to investigate further, but I'd completely forgotten you were still... that is to say, the Ixal appeared to have abandoned their plans to assault our towers. Excellent work, Captain. We must, however, remain alert at the ready. The thought of those war balloons drifting over the city walls is one of our citizens' greatest fears, a nightmare we must never allow to become reality. I shall likely have need of your services in the days to come, so pray keep your skills honed and your blades sharp. Did you hear, by the way, there was some excitement here in Gridania while you were off trampling the underbrush? The son of Highwind Skyways chairman Tatabaru suddenly vanished into thin air. Folk were crying foul play, though no body or blood was in evidence. Huh? Already been found? Oh, well, perhaps now things have returned to normal. Amazing. Sworn with the Ethical Nine. Furthermore, now have access to a wider selection of wares from the Ethical Nine vendor. That's Ixal, folks. Yes. Perfect. Perfect ending. And ladies and gentlemen, that completes the Ixal quest line. Perfect. Great end. Great end. That was really funny. And the airship now flies. There's one higher rank, but you need to finish all the other ARRB strives first. Oh, okay, interesting. Alright. Okay. I had that planned for today. We are going... That's what I had planned for today. We are going to... Let's do the clan mark bills. Oh, wait. Before I leave, one more time. Let me put on the clan stuff. For you and maybe Kate. For you, Maze, and maybe Kate if they get on. And heat up that. You can only do that about another 10 days or so. Sad. Alright, now let's go. Now we hunt. Twin pools, twin pools. Nothing here, okay. So twin pools. Whee! I keep thinking it's directly to the left, but it's not. What you see is what you get. There are? That's awesome. How much do I think the behemoth weighs? A lot. A few tons, probably. Woolly yak. Don't talk back. Not that. Is there a relax one? No. Okay. Sightseeing. Western. Huh. Yeah, I sure did, but nobody stayed after after I made changes, so. See there, I looked upon the realm in all her glory. Like, they all say the same. It's not doing anything. Ah, sit, because it looks like a hot spring. Aha! Did it. I'm proud of myself. There we go. There's one. Okay. Another one down. Next to the Forelands. Avonia Fallen. Mourn, per usual. Okay. Those yaks did look super fluffy. That's why they are woolly yaks. Okay, bye. Thanks for being here. Yep, see ya. Yeah, the borderline does move up and down. You move up and down when you're flying, when you're going to a new zone. It's cool. I like it. Oh, I totally forgot. We were gonna queue up for the raid. That's what we're gonna do. Let me get these. Let me finish these two and we'll do that. Quick, run for the only run for the weak leaves you behind. God, I hated that in WoW. With a passion. The new crafting stuff is hard, I imagine. Okay, so my crafting might be done, honestly. Alright. Okay, let's see. Duty. Timer. A state where they don't have. Not timer, sorry. I've been going to that a lot lately. Duty binder. Labyrinth of the Ancients. One healer. Me! Okay, while that's going on, we can go... Churning Mists. Do the ones there. Sea of Clouds, no. Okay, you two on Sea of Clouds. Churning Mist Forearms. Easton Eyes. Forearms. I don't know where that other one is. Well, it's an old thing. Like, I didn't expect to find anybody, honestly. But I'd queue up just, just to be there, and maybe people would want to try to do it. It's not like we're trying to do Shadowbringers or anything. And it's not part of any daily thing either, so it's not like we're going to instantly find a group like if we do main scenario, because everybody's trying to run it. Once you've done it, there'll be a raid daily. Oh, okay, so maybe people. That's done. I'm gonna guess it's this up here that I haven't been to. That's my guess. I feel like listening to Terrace thing. Mapping the realm, churning mist. Well, crud. There. Okay, yeah. There. It is a remix of Terror's theme from FF6. Oh, wow. Alright, let's go. need to find... Okay, try it again. Somebody left. Or disconnected or something. That last healer. There we go. All right, let's go. Give it a try. I assume for this to be an absolute disaster because raids always are. Just everybody walk in. This massive group, that's awesome. Crystal Tower, Labyrinth of the Ancients. I probably should have read up on this, but that's no fun if I don't do it blind, right? Oh man, and they're right here. Okay. Let's go. So me and another white mage are in this. More white mages. This group has a scholar and a astrologer. I'm just gonna follow other people. I wish I could move this, because that needs to be in a different spot, honestly. I didn't know that's where that was going. I would want them moved up a little bit. Where's my tank? You're the most important. That guy's already getting smacked down. Get a Cure 2 going. Double regen you because you're getting hit for whatever the hell reason. Regen. So cast Medica. Jeez, people almost died. Like, that was nuts. Get rid of that. Whatever it was, I did it correctly, whatever we were supposed to be doing, because I didn't die. Or almost die. I am getting hit now, though. I can't say that. Cool. Moving on. That person died or left. We'll clear all the pools. Okay. Don't stand on low ground when it's flooded with goop. So what a lot of other people are doing. Got it. Or at least did on the first thing. Yeah, no, you can. You can move this around. It's just I don't have time to do it right now because everybody's running forward. I'm gonna have to read this dungeon later because it seems really cool, but I just have no idea what's going on. I'm just following people. Kazuna, you. Ow. Uh-oh. I'm getting a lot of hate. And I'm dead. Great, that was fun. Sweet. I don't know. Like, I know nothing about this dungeon. Everything's way too chaotic for me to figure it out, so... It's whatever that is. So I can cast again if I need to. Bone dragon. Oh, we're facing a bone dragon. And something's attacking me again, which is just the most uncool thing. Sorry that I'm just too good. Okay. Valid boots. Pass on that. Pass on all that stuff. Oh, we take the shortcut. Okay, cool. Birds. Nobody said hi to me, which was unfortunate. I think the other white mage, whoever revived me. I think it was the other white mage. But I was definitely taking the heat there. Simmer, I think. Yeah, Simmer. Go with my group? Which way is my group? I guess this way? We're A, so we go left. Oh, okay. A, B, C. Got it. Okay. Understood. Okay, so I definitely need to be on the ball here then, because we're just 8, practically. So it's like we're a full group now. We're just the 8. 4 to a platform. Yeah, sorry, I've never done this before. Stand on tablet. Okay, stand on tablet. Okay, people are standing on tablets. Okay. This person did not do right. Okay. Did it. Now we group back up. We did for a bit. Oh, lost tank. What does that mean? Maze, explain. Damage dealt reduced, but can attack ghostly beings. What does that mean? Thanatos. Okay. It's a magic pot. That's cool. So that means I should do what I normally do. Got it. Heal. It's a magic pot. That's so cool. That's a magic pot. Ow. Because that's kind of my job anyway, is to heal. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to read this stuff. Nobody wants to talk. Here or... Oh, they're right. Shortcut. This is why I don't like raids. I never have. Like in any MMO. You have to know what you're doing or get left behind. And they're just not fun to me. Yeah, it's just... Raids are always super crazy. Again, in any MMO, they all work the same way. Which is why I'm glad that I really don't see all that many here in 14, at least not yet. Well, I definitely don't want to be standing there. I may have got caught. No, okay. That's happening. Super big bomb. I honestly have not been paying attention. I'll take your word for it that the music's good. Okay, so we're just straight up taking damage now. Just over time taking damage. That person died. I'm gonna assume stand behind a rock. Or die. Well, I can't revive those people now. I already threw that out. Oh, it was Behemoth. Like, I didn't even see what it was. So yeah, Meteor. Meteor and Death. That's cool looking. I'm sure everybody has left me behind, but that's okay. We're watching the cutscene. Who are you? Don't you think you're fancy? You kind of remind me of a giant from FF14. I have been left behind. It's cool. Crimson hat. I'll pass. I'll just wait for it to be sealed and then I'll go help you. Cast flare. Run to your group's pad when that happens. How will I know which pad is mine? Here now. Oh, how come I didn't get the map? Oh, that's dumb. What did I miss? Oh, probably walking up here. It's fine. I'll just walk back out. Okay, B, A. Okay, A is this one. Felgetheron. Okay, he has a cool name, I guess. It has it to where it, like, did a thing. Okay, so that's Death. Oh, it's an Iron Giant. Hey, it's an Iron Giant! I know this thing. I'm gonna assume I don't want to be in that. Or that. A brilliant light. You call that a labyrinth? I do. Poof. Yeah, we did it. Labyrinth, the H is complete. Yeah, the bongos that they had. It was neat. Get to the other white mage! And as everybody else exits... oh, Samurai? I don't think it's better than mine, though. I'll greet it. Catalyst? I don't know. Greet everything. I'm gonna walk over here, and there's my mapping the realm. Mapping the realm with ladder. Okay. I got 2-player accommodations. Yay! Alright, that was crazy. The behemoth should have been the final boss. They said. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought that bigger was better. Oh yeah! According to the findings of my Valdesian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. Yeah, I think so! Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have to be Felgethion. Yeah, that guy. Arshion. Felgethion. He was a hero of the Allegan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. Okay. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Allegan's extraordinary technology. Extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. You need to see this cliche. Ding. Alright, that looks awesome. Well, well, there it is. The foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? Can't tell how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Conox's Find for the present, and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Alright, that was fun. Ah, but it sent me all the way over here. No. Now we have to go back to do the other hunt. Ancient technology, that's how. So good of you to join us, Syndrome. Our meeting will be dull indeed without a full account on your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. Ready to address the assembled Fellowship of Noah. Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it's time this assembly was called to order. Rembros will be presiding over the meeting, if you'd be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Okay. Welcome back, Syndrome. I've just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. Pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I've added my notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. No objections. Begin with a summary. Okay. Spell speed. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Syndrome's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most empathetically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Alleghany technology, not to mention the behemoths, who totally cast a meteor, which is correct. In short, our misgivings were well-founded. Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above the ground by the chaotic shifting of the earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as if increasingly likely, Tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Destroy the place. Short of leveling the place, that's what we should do. This will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we first need to address the question of how they work. The answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. Conclusion, that is where we must go. Task easier said than done. If the perils of the labyrinth are any indication, then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. Like you said, Chief, we founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons. That means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here. I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I'm to witness this valiant tale unfold with my own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. Ah. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Do not mistake my intent, Syndrome. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one of your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit for our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Alleghany Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the task at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Who are you? See, this is why I didn't want to just blow up the... See, he had like Super Evil Grin too. Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So, this is the legacy the Allegan Empire left behind. My readings are correct. The energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the ultimate weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. Hell no! What's that? Oh, blasted, you look completely different. I could have swore we killed you. Could have swore you died. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again. But it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. No. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Cid. Do not disappoint me. Ah, damn it. Could have sworn we killed him. Getting these mixed up. Your control. Your CP. Go up there. And quick time material. Oh, card! No, give me the card. Card. Oh, the boss we just fought. Neat. Triple Decker 2. No longer any limit to the number of uncommon cards in your decks. Neat! That's 30. Cool. You're all of the bigger ones. Cards for Triple Triad, which I rarely play. Sakura's Tower. Rainbows is frustrated over Noah's lack of progress on the Crystal Tower. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. Doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Mm-hmm. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say there's nothing worthwhile to report. Suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Sakura's Tower, the Allegans called it, is protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. Discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so as the situation stands, my friend, until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talent shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient text as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. Who are you? Yeah, and you are? You look fancy. Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. Do we? Let's see, I am Una? Companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Alleghanian civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor. Oh, okay, you were sent from the main. Y'all look awesome, like y'all are geared, ready to go. Rather unusual names for this day and age. If I might be forgiven for observing. But I digress. Oh. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, had a text message from the missus. Okay, that's done. Uri and Doga, which, as Mace pointed out, reference FF14, if I remember correctly. You claim to be here at the student's behest, but we've received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of the recent incident at the Isle of Val, I should think they have more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. I don't know about that. Seems sketchy. What is it, Graha? Just nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, well, rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Alleghanian eye as well? Sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Alleghanian, whatever. Yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. There's aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My dearest, my deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allah. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. Everything to lose. What say you? That is your wish. So be it. Yet no, I still mean to verify your story with the students of Aldessian when I am able. Trust there be no objections? Very well. At this moment, I name Enwe and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Sycarus Tower entrance. I promise you will not regret your decision. Syndro, I should be much obliged if you would accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. 2 of them can show you the way. Upon revival, pray report to Master Garland. He'll brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Syndro. With Unwe and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting things in motion, I am hopeful we will finally see progress. I do have a knack for that. I say we need to test their worthiness. Make them gather some crafting materials for you, Sin. I like where your mind's at, Sky. That's exactly right. The same way we have to prove our worthiness to everybody in this blasted world. Every blasted RPG world ever. They should give us a list of materials that we could choose from and then make them get it for us. It is a Syndrome, eager to enter the Sycarus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. I'm sure you've already heard, though, place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent! It's been slow going, or rather, no going, for the Chief. He'll appreciate the help. Just follow me, okay? Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit. And a couple of new ones besides. Let me to introduce these new scholars of ancient Alag, sent here by our friends of Baldasian to aid in the investigation. I understand you having troubles circumventing the tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope we could be of some small assistance. Nod. If your attires ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Sycarus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. Problem is, we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. More orthodox methods. Blast the thing down. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but it doesn't make it any less effective a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. I'm not moving. It does have some markings here. It has like 2 hands. Yeah, see? Ah! I noticed it. Maybe I am an archaeologist after all. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman respectant. Alleghenian royalty, by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals are, we cannot say. Nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like it or not, it's purely decorative. What is it, you two? Nod. And they stood on the right sides too. You're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? What are y'all, ancestors of the royalty? Oh, thanks for opening the gate. We appreciate it. My question is, why? I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Actually, I did, but it's neither here nor there. 7 hells. What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. In virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. Okay, so they're royalty. Kill him now! Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero? You're still alive? See, exactly. See? It feels the same way. Garland, Garland. If I didn't know any better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. I'm not happy to see you. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. Rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemon. And so I've been roaming this land Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you're suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts. But I am willing to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these 2 odd characters. As you're doubtless aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Aleg's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say these 2 are descended from Allegan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty. living keys born of Allegan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? Oh, okay, clones. 'Twould seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wished to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Okay. Very well. Stare. 7 hells. Do you seriously mean to follow us around? Huh? Come, Garland. You know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An Allegheny tombstone holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. I don't trust you for a minute. Ready to listen? We shall tell you all. Can it be V8, please? As it pertains to your investigation, your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present. Meh. And Nero, just off there in the corner. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Aldessian. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through Allegheny technology. That's a rather lot to take in. Yeah, no. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created? And more specifically, what it is you now seek to do? Yeah, right? Answering your questions requires that we revisit Allegheny history. Bear with us. History lesson. Let me kick back. The Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In the glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of Algaean pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, as it always does, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Allegheny civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alleg to greatness. Amon was his name. How dare! I smited him already, like 15 LPs ago or something like that. And he believed... What? Wrong Amon? He believed that the alien empire wanted for but a potent ruler. And none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Xandor. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment. Copies of Une and Doga. Historical text mention the reigns of two Allegan empires named Zande. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think that the two, in fact, one and the same. Aye. Zande returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allegan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been given a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Zende turned his sights toward a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Yeah, that's what you want. Darkness again? 7 hells. What is it with the megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Megalomaniacal. There you go. Said it right that time. Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zande is very much alive. Within Sycarus Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Crud? Oh, that looks super fancy. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy. Energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamon was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it into the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake, an unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the 4th Umbral Era. Whoops! In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Zande's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripened to awake. Time was ripe to awake, sorry. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamon was summoned back to the Earth. Its descent triggered the 7th Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower emerged. And in that moment, Emperor Zande awakened. Sitting there on his throne, in his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence.
Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. "'Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Zende's madness that we exist. 'Tis the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes." Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fall. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Zende, we struck to find out a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary man who can cut through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Central Dragon Soul, we are confident that we can end Zende's dark ambition once and for all. Alright, I'm down. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldessian among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. Oh, what do we do, Central? World's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. Yeah, it's true. Gotta save the world again. Let's go! Yeah, thumbs up. Thumbs up! You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see that the Alleghanian Empire's dark past is laid to rest, along with Nero when he backstabs us. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Alleghanian civilization. But what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us. But the greater good must ever come first. Hey, as long as the clones are alive, you can get all the knowledge you want. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends, Unia and Doga. Living, breathing Alleghanians. See, exactly! I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Sycharis Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Syndrome, as you did for us within the Labyrinth of the Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zende himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Sycharis Tower from the outside world. To work, then. I'm talking with you. It said anger in the background. Wait, there's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean? You inherited that trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Alleghanian Eye, you called it, but to us it is the Royal Eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. So you're part royalty. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it as a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray, have patience. All will be revealed in due time. My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I'm quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. Now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Sigurus Tower awaits us. Task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Zende himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Sigurus Tower is now accessible. That was a lot. That was a lot of reading and lore and... How do you get 100 tombstones? And it's still a raid, so again, the 3 parties of 1 tank, 2 healers, 5 DPS. We'll sign up for that tomorrow. I don't have time for that today. We'll do that tomorrow. And I'll read up on how it's going to go down. Gales. Back up here. Super cool though that you have this all this lore about this crystal tower and the old empire, which we've heard about from other quests. So that's really cool. Just, that was a lot of reading. No, it's good to have lore. I just wish it was V8. I didn't have to do all the talking. Oh, cool, I needed to get one. Bottle of dragon blood and 3 dragon things. Sea of clouds. Sea of clouds. Sea of clouds. Sea of clouds. Even though it's going to be a bunch more reading, we're going to do the main quest. Do a bit of it today. Yeah, it has been a little while since we've done the main quest. We have a twice mulled bottle of wine. We were trying to find information, and this is our gift, basically our bribe. To help break out Sir Emmerich. To help him out. If I remember correctly. Yes, I'm here. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, sir? I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. Must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation, what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal! I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a hearer made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Okay, it's a jack in here. Get in here through. No, you're just another. Yay, playing FF14 is fun. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. A child apart. Gillibrand faces a mask, but beneath it you sense something old and bitter. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Gerald, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the Broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Take this twice mulled wine to him. At least it's getting better. Hello's blessings upon you, sir. A gift for me? Yes. This scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying. Even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mist. She was a remarkable woman, Sindral. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Gillibrand has the look of a man weighing his words with the greatest of care. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Sindral. We can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups choose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? A mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. I'm looking for a mongrel with raven black eyes and ruby red hair. No, she had black hair. Huh, someone's got unusual taste. Afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. Bloody obvious you ain't at the broom. Do you think I'd tell you because you asked nicely? Yes, because most people don't ask nicely, right? Yes, because of who the hell I am and what I'm trying to do. Made any progress? Not really. So our mongrel was born of an Elasian nobleman and Hurrian maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes. Now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. Fire and blood. Alphanot is considering how best to proceed with the hunt for the mongrel. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Maybe we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries of her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Sindel. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Where could she have gone? You cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tataru. She must be around here somewhere. Take it you've had no luck either. Nope. Oh, there she is. I'm sorry, forget I said anything. Wait, down there. Is that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, Sindel. After them. On it.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here? What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
You piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
No, but I'll beat you all the same.
You're quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hey, you're who we're looking for.
Hilda.
I think. Pretty sure. To some degree.
Lay a finger on the Blue Bloods' pups, and you're like to lose the hand.
We're not pups.
And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
From whence it would seem fates are smiling upon us. Had those ruffians forced their hand, I dare not think what would have ensued. They would have gotten beat down. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Night, say. Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, I fail at getting into the door from here. I'm just going to do it this way. It's just easier for me. Sync 59, that's fine. All right. Money. Okay. And everybody leaves. Alright. I like your gun. That rifle is cool looking. I think it's a rifle. Like a mechanist. Alright. Tell her what's going on.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Correct.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thornton and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Correct, yes.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Correct, and that's why we need to save him.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
But it won't. We need him alive. He's better off alive.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
Well, you're the one who wants to help the
lowborn, unquote, rise up, this would help your cause.
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hell's?
Good question. That's not good.
The unmistakable scent of heresy.
Get your butt down here so I can kick it.
And what do we have here? The honored guests of House 4 Tom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Correct. Yes! Cheating!
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered.
Yeah, my turn to attack. Get down here.
Let us step outside, milady. In here your toys could hurt someone.
You're all getting holied.
Right there!
And judged. No end to them. Oh, there's an end. I'll keep casting. There's an end. You think you're cute. You healer over there. Stop that right now. I suppose now's as good a time as any. Uh-oh. Alphanod, you got something big? Oh, Ruby Carbuncle. That's all you have Carbuncle. Stop this, all of you! It is madness! Why are you fighting? Lord Archivant, over here! How fitting. The noble bastard and the mongrel bitch. Mongrel bitch is gonna put a bullet between your eyes. I agree with that. Alphanod reached level 4. Did it! Good job, Alphanod. Yeah, he can summon Garbo. He's now level 4.
Palone, guide my sword.
No, again, you think you're cute as the healer. That's no. No.
Filthy rats.
Judging you. I'm a better healer. Oh, I recognize that one. The sword one. That's a paladin thing.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Hey, Lucia's here.
Enough!
Oh, she went for it. Would have cut you down where you stood. Aren't you fancy jumping?
Lucky bastard.
Lucia to cut you in half.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
It wouldn't have happened. It's fine. Can't target them.
I thought the Heavens Ward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Are you serious?
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavens Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Ha!
Then the Heavens Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
That sucks.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me.
I figured that.
Alas, that amounts to but half our number.
Oh, that's a shame. I'd have laughed if it was like most of them still answered to Sir Emmerich. Still, that's not bad considering how much pull that the Holy See has. You know, namely practically all of it. That about half of the Temple Knights are 100% loyal to Sir Emmerich and are following Lucia because of
The
that.
other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Those are the people who are just petty.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
Oh, most definitely we are.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he?
Alvadon's really good at that. Yeah, just shrug.
Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Alright, let's do it. Let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? A little bit. 'Cause that's what I am. And I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pure-blood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. None of them are well-bred. Hells, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun. Same as mine. Story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the Blue Bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow them, like in House Hallandart. Of course, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting.
A knight's calling. Now that all the players are assembled, Hilda is eager to get on with it. Yay, friends. Looking at stream. I'll be right back. Let me look at schedule. My internet crashed. Was the dude killed or did he escape? Sadly escaped. But we will continue the story tomorrow. First thing tomorrow. No side questing or running around doing other stuff. We're going to pick this up first thing tomorrow. So, well, first-ish thing tomorrow, and I say that because I'll give you time to file in, get the notification from Twitch, and all that jazz. So first-ish thing tomorrow, I might walk around town or do a hunt or something, just to kill a little bit of time. That way you get a chance to get the notification and all that. But afterwards, we'll be going straight into the story and see how it plays out. Should be a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun, or at least some emotion, and had a good time. Until tomorrow, same usual-ish time. I'm Syndrome. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.